All right, Shalom. First, I'll start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. As you can see, the title of this is Brazil's worst drought in over 90 years sees dams at record low. So I'm going to play this clip. I got a couple other clips that's dealing with things that's happening in Brazil. The Brazilians are from the tribe of Asher. So they're Israelites, man. So, this is the judgment that's going on in Brazil right now.
This is the Furnace Reservoir, next to one of the main hydroelectric dams in the Brazilian state Minas Gerais. Water levels there have dropped 15 meters since last year, caused by the worst drought Brazil has seen in more than 90 years. Residents say there's barely enough water for boats to operate.
The water level has gone down a lot. There are several sandbanks like these in the canyon, so there's no space for all the boats to maneuver. When one boat enters, the tourist will take a picture and leave so the next boat can enter, because there is no space for all the boats to enter together.
Record low rainfall is also affecting fish farms in the region.
Pegava 15 peixe, 20.
I used to catch 15, 20 fish a day. Now it's been reduced to 5 or 6.
And now the drought is squeezing energy supplies in a country that relies on hydropower plants for 2/3 of its electricity. The government has warned that rationing could be next.
Problema sério.
The problem is serious. I appeal to you at home. I'm sure that you can turn off a light now. Turning off one light helps. It saves energy and water for hydroelectric plants. Water levels are at 10 to 15% in most of these hydroelectric plants. We're at the limit. Some will stop working if this water crisis continues.
Consumers are already feeling the impact. Power bills are going up, as well as the prices of basic goods such as grains and meat.
Por exemplo, eu paguei.
In December, my electricity bill was $164. This month, it's $235, using the same number of freezers without changing anything. The price has gone up a lot. It's hard to work like this.
The drought's also devastating coffee crops. Brazil is the world's biggest exporter, but production is expected to fall by a quarter this season, a situation made worse by a cold snap in July. Experts say Amazon deforestation, which has accelerated under the Bolsonaro government, has played a role in causing the crisis. And with more dry weather expected throughout September, life could get more difficult for Brazilians. Emily Sue, Al Jazeera.
All right, so this is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. And like the scriptures say, the Brazilians are Israelites, man. The words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. And we've been speaking about this for the longest, man, because that's what's going on with them is in the Bible. And cause them to be written paper, the Bible, for they are faithful and true. Right? Man, the words in this book is true. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right? So the imagination is just people saying what they're going to do to us. We ain't supposed to be scared of it. And the incredulity is their unbelief. Just because they don't believe that they are Israelites, we ain't supposed to be around here being troubled by it. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right, man. So a lot of these Brazilians are dying because they don't have any faith, and a lot of them going through what they're going through because they don't have any faith. It says, behold, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right, so in their case, Brazil been getting jacked up, but in areas, I guess, that isn't seeing too much, too many problems, it's starting to hit those areas. But the second Ezra chapter 16, verse 16, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, who turneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. So as you watch these news clippings, things are only gonna get worse. Things are never going to, or aren't going to get better until Yahushua comes back. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? I forgot what they exactly what they said this was at, if they even said it. Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 18, the beginning, no, 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, bad time. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right? If you're not of the elect, you're going to eventually just suffer, well, you might eventually just suffer a unhonorable death, because in Brazil, the Lord might not have the missiles hit Brazil. So, all right, yeah. This is let me see. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So it's nothing but sorrows coming upon this world right now. And their situation is getting worse and worse, as you can see.
Google Career Certificates provide online training for in-demand jobs. They're developed by Google, taught by Google, and made for you.
So we're going to work on that as well in the next quarter.
Put your skills to work with a Google Career Certificate.
We want a place to live, chant these people in Rio de Janeiro. They were recently evicted from a tent city in the area of Itagui. Hundreds of families had moved there last May as they couldn't afford a place to live. But their stay didn't last for long. Police were sent in to enforce an eviction order.
They are all cowards. Nobody injured them. There are no armed people here. There are no drug addicts here. There are no traffickers. We're just homeless people. We just want our rights.
And you can see they put a woman on there. She's extra what's the word? Give me a second. She's not hysterical, literally, but she's in mourning, and you know that's gonna come to America, but America gonna get it the worst. What's going on with them is just an example that them grounds over there, just like in the Middle East, were testing grounds for what's gonna come to America. So the women over here gonna go through the same thing, but they're gonna be a whole lot worse. But same thing happening over there is gonna happen over here. They was eating each other in Brazil, and that's gonna come over here too. So
The eviction removal follows a court decision in favor of the land's owner, Brazil's state-run oil company Petrobras.
Nós estamos demolindo as barracas.
We are demolishing the structures, and when we are done and the land is empty without the people who invaded the area, we are going to turn over the land to the owners, who will then control the area.
Nós vamos entregar o terreno
The residents call this place 1st of May Refugee Camp. Renata Carvalho says she has lost everything.
Today I'm unemployed, homeless, without housing. They took away everything that was ours.
Latin America's biggest economy has been hit hard by COVID-19. A record 15% of the working age population is unemployed. People here say they're desperate. They don't have a job or a home to live. Many were left homeless by a pandemic that refuses to relent. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera.
All right, this is Second Ezra chapter 8. Verse 50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the later time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Right, and our people walk in great pride, man. That's why they're in miseries the way they are, man. Over there in Brazil, they worship the white Jesus, man. It all goes back to idol worship and us having to serve out our captivity. Yeah, and as you can see, it's supposed to be over, but it ain't over yet. It's not gonna be over till how Shai come back, man. So the Lord gonna keep jacking his people up into death until he comes back, man. That's the judgment. But I don't want to drag this out too much longer. With that being said, call Lord Yahweh Shai, give honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.